Hello and welcome back to Plus One to Gaming, Adventures in Candlekeep Mysteries. We're picking back right where we left off on the last session in the one-shot adventure, The Joy of Extradimensional Spaces. This is for 100% sure the final episode in this adventure, but we last left the party in Festandia's study, where after some smastigation checks, Levo discovers a hidden passage. Okay, well, I think with some effort, you're able to move the bookshelf. You realize that there's a mechanism after you broke it apart. There's a mechanism. If you slid one of the books out, the shelf would have opened, leading to a passage leading down. What do you do?
Go down that passage.
Okay, at the bottom of the passage, there is a doorway immediately in front of you. There is also a hallway that leads right, where you see a door.
Let's go in the one in front of us.
Opening that door leads into a narrow hallway. You see a door to your right, and you see another door at the end of the hallway, leading into another room.
Let's go all the way down the hallway. We'll keep our left shoulder and work that way. So I'm gonna go all the way down and open that door.
Okay. You crack open the door a little bit, and smells of alcohol and brine permeate the room. Glass vessels, large and small, stand in rows on the floor and tables ranging from 1 foot to 6 feet tall. Inside each vessel is the body of a creature floating in clear liquid. One 4-foot tall container is missing its lid and has no occupant.
Finally, we found the pantry.
So Levo walks in and investigates because this place smells yummy to her.
Yeah, do you want to roll a perception check then?
Yeah, sure. Ooh, that's a 5. Perception 2. 7.
7? Well, I don't think it'd be too hard to understand. A lot of these are preserved creatures.
Mm-hmm.
You come across one really large container. You notice that the lid's off, and you see this a sign or a label on it, but I don't think Levo would be able to read it.
Nah.
Someone has already eaten this one.
Are my compatriots with me?
Maybe they're on mute. A silent spell has been cast upon them.
Let's hope it's been eaten and hasn't escaped. Can I check to see if I can are there wet animal footprints and something somehow get out?
You notice a label on the vessel.
I'd like to inspect the label.
It says Mimicus changeus. And underneath it, in quotes, mimic.
Ah, this is the mimic that got out earlier. So I think we've already dealt with this, I suspect. Are there labels on the other as well? Can I look at those?
Yeah, you can search around. Let's see. You see a cockatrice.
Or just check the room in general, I guess.
Yeah. But you can, if you want, you can peruse the collection, which includes cockatrice, a flumph, a giant fire beetle, a small grell, a myoconid sprout, a pseudo-dragon, 4 severed hands in the same jar, one of which you notice wearing some sort of ring, and a tadpole.
Oh. Can I tell if that is a signet ring that might have a letter on it, perchance?
Yes, you examine the ring. Roll maybe Arcana. Or maybe if you're looking signet, maybe history would be more appropriate.
I'm terrible at both. 13.
Perhaps if it was in the Underdark and you have some knowledge of the important families and different ornate things they might wear to signify, doesn't ring any bells from you. But as you're looking at it, to your surprise, the one wearing the ring pushes off the lid and attacks you. So I'll roll initiative.
God damn it. I got a 2 minus 1.
13. You got 13 last
19.
time. Nice. 19 for Teruvian. Okay, Teruvian, you get the kind of first reaction as this hand leaps at you, Thing style, and tries to choke at your throat. what do you do?
I'm gonna bust out my double short swords and defend myself.
Slice at him.
10 and 21 attack rolls.
All right. You take the first swipe, and it's a small target, surprises you, and you miss. But with your follow-up, you're able to stab it down and pin it between the table and your sword and your short sword. It rises for a moment and stops. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Another one jumps out of that jar and attacks at you. It tries to scratch you with dirty nails. 18 to hit.
That hits.
3 damage to Rubian. Another one jumps out. There's 4 of them total. All right. The other ones jump out as well and descend upon you. One of them was able to scratch you again for another 3 damage. And it is Kimmy's turn.
I will cast Bless on us 3.
Ooh, yeah. You are all blessed and get what advantage?
No, a D4. So whenever you roll an attack or saving throw, you roll an extra D4.
Nice. Anything else?
That is it.
Levo.
I want to try to crush those hands with my book chain thing. All right, that is 10 plus 5, so that would be 15 to hit.
That hits.
Perfect. And then 1d8. 2 plus 3, 5 damage.
With your flail, you're able to just smash it right on the ground. It seems like wherever you will it to go, it goes, and the book just crushes it and leaves just completely broken hand on the ground, and it's not moving. Teruvian, back to your turn.
Hang on a sec.
Oh, okay.
I want to walk up closer to him,
You walk up closer to him,
and then I'm done.
within 5 feet, and
Yes.
and it's Teruvian's turn.
So there's still 2 left? Is that
2
accurate?
left. Yep.
Short swords come in again. So first one, 14.
Hits.
12.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
5.
Okay, so you first, with your first short sword, you take a swipe and sever this thing in 2, and it's just on the ground, lifeless. All right, and then with the other one, you're able to you just kind of thunk it right down into the other crawling hand, and it ceases to move. We're out of initiative. What do you guys do?
I pick up the hand that I killed and I tie it onto my belt. I'm gonna make some shit out of its bone.
Yeah, it seems to be well preserved, and you have this trophy.
Other than that, I want to get out of here. There's no food in here.
Yeah. Can we look around? Do we see any desks, books, literature, pamphlets?
Nope. The other thing you notice is the ring that's on the finger of the hand that you stuck your short sword in that first attacked you.
Yes. I want to get a closer look at that. That's what I was trying to look at. So I will pick that up and examine it.
Holding it in your hand, you see it's a golden ring with a silver inlay of a spectral hand. Holding it in your hand, you feel that it might be slightly magical, but I don't know if you have the ability to discern its properties. But certainly does not feel in your hand. It doesn't feel like an ordinary ring.
Okay, I'll stash that. It doesn't have any letters on it, though.
No letters that you can see. No.
Okay.
Aside from that, you do not see anything else in this room.
I believe we passed a door on the way here. Maybe we should head back and check that one.
You open the door and you peer in. You see a dark, stone-walled room containing only a few objects. You see a 5-foot diameter circle of intricate runes on the floor. There's an empty wooden bookstand opposite the door and bronze braziers at the other 3 cardinal points of the circle. Whatever material they contained has burned out, but the room still smells of charcoal and sulfur. What do you do?
Levo walks in and looks at the braziers.
Yep, they are tall, bronze braziers, typical for burning stuff.
Not for light or cookie.
You don't view these for cooking. You don't see any remnants of animal fat or renderings, but most likely for light or maybe mage rituals.
Any books? I know you said there was an empty bookshelf.
You do not see any books in this area.
I do not see any books in this area. Is there anything of interest to either of you in here?
I guess, can I check to see, like, do a check on what this circle of runes is? Is it some kind of magical,
Yeah,
useful
go ahead and
thing?
roll Arcana.
12?
Yeah, I think these are relatively common. You know this to be a summoning room, a room that is common in mage and wizard homes that are used to, summon creatures, do teleportation, other kind of rituals. But usually used to like summon something from another plane, bring something to this plane from another plane.
There's no books in here. Let's check that last room.
Okay. You move into the other hallway and look into this other room. The air here smells of astringent chemicals. Long wooden tables stretch across the room, laden with vials, beakers, and flasks, holding various liquids and powders. Books are stacked between the glassware and chemicals. Yellowed paper charts and blackboards full of complex formulas cover the walls.
Aha, can I check to see if among the stack of books are any of our magical letter books?
Peering amongst the volumes of tomes, you find another puzzle book with the letter B on its spine.
Okay. Now we got to figure out what the spells.
You don't want to
Yeah,
see what
so
else
I'll
is
bring
in the
that
room?
Book back to the group. What were the others? I have YELB.
So we have RITYELB.
Yeah, I thought it was reality at first before you got the A, which is why I awkwardly said reality before coming down here.
Wait,
Oh.
give them to me again.
Suddenly, Cammy looks up, and after she's wrote it down in her little kitty cat notebook, and she lifts up and she goes, "I think it says Liberty."
A pulse of power courses through the mansion.
Ah.
But we're still in the mansion. And there's not like a portal near.
We should check back where we came in.
Or
See if
the,
the portal's reopened.
or that summoning room next door. That
Oh,
might be
yeah.
a portal out also.
Check there first.
Okay, you go over to the summoning room, but it's the same as you left it.
Upstairs it is.
You go back upstairs, through the study, out the door, into the foyer, but you don't see a portal.
Go room by room, look for the portal.
You take some time and go through each room by room, but you do not see a portal.
Say it again.
Liberty?
A pulse courses through the mansion. Where are you?
Like probably in the
In the
where
foyer.
where we came in.
The doors in the foyer, the ones that you entered, open, and a shimmering portal, like the one you first came in,
Aha.
stands before you. You recall when you first came in, the portal did not last long after you stepped through to close.
Think you were right.
Let's go. And she goes through the portal.
Out we go.
Are you all stepping through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We'll follow her through.
Cool. You transport yourselves, and once again, you're standing in Professor Matrius's research quarter. His body is sprawled before you. The body of Irony, the tiefling avowed handler, sprawled on the ground. The door is closed. The portal closes behind you. What do you do?
I mean, check him for vitals. Is he dead? Is he still breathing at all?
Yeah, let's do medicine.
13.
You can tell he is breathing faintly. You notice some like dark lines in his veins, some drool and like drivel coming from his mouth, almost like foam. You wonder if you've seen similar symptoms from somebody who's been stung by a poisonous creature.
I think he's been poisoned. Cammy, can you do anything? Can you help him?
Cammy casts Spare the Dying on him. She cannot heal him because she doesn't have any more spell slots. So all she can do is keep him from dying. And she does it to the other one regardless.
Yeah, you wonder if you can stabilize him for a brief amount of time, but you don't have an understanding of how long he's been like this. And without removing the toxins that are causing physical damage to his body. You don't know how long you don't think you'll be able to preserve him very long without some sort of intervention. What do you guys do?
Would actual healing magic heal him? Because I have some. I got some of that in me.
I mean, it's
I could pump him full of a couple healths.
Yeah, I don't know if that would actually remove toxins, because there's like purify type spells for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I don't have that. I don't have like cure or yeah. Oh, hang on. 4 flowers that give advantage against poison or cleanse. I shove those flowers in his mouth.
Do you really think that's the best way to do this? Because that's fine if you do.
I shove at least one of them in. She might want some, and I make him chew it like with my hand. I'm not an alchemist.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't want to drag this on any longer than it has to. We'll see. Yeah, you seem to slowly restore some vitality to him. You see some of the effects sort of recede, but wonder how much is enough.
All right, I put another flower in.
These flowers cure poison, and he's obviously been poisoned, so he has to eat them, but he's too dead to eat. So I'll eat them for him.
That seems to provide a more effective delivery vessel. You baby bird him, and he's able to better digest, and the antitoxins are able to revivify him. But there's also the young tiefling Irony, who is sprawled across the floor.
Same deal. Mark, check the body. Somebody, Cammy.
Okay.
Yeah, at this point, I don't think you need to roll a check. She is exhibiting the exact same symptoms.
All right, I
Same
take the other 2 flowers, I chew them up, I spit them in her mouth.
All right. So as you're trying to revivify Irony, can you roll a dex save real quick?
Dexterity is not my strong suit. Ooh, 18. I think I got a minus, though. 18 minus 1, 17.
Levo, you're not sure how, but you feel the presence of something, and just like from like maybe like instinctual primal, being lizard folk, you're just kind of wired for reaction, and are able to kind of like shift and pivot as you feel something kind of flitter by you, but you can't see anything. And at this point, we'll have to roll initiative.
I got a 2 again, so it's a 1 again.
Woof.
19.
You have great reflexes, and then not.
I use all my energy to reflex.
And Teruvian?
15.
Well, Cammy, you're first up in the initiative, but all you really notice is Levo kind of pivot and react. But I don't know if she says anything. But you are the kind of first to, after seeing Levo react this way, your danger sense is alerted, and you're the first to kind of respond or react.
I'm going to ready an action as soon as she sees or identifies a target, whether it sees or hears or something. She's going to hit it with a sacred flame.
Okay. Teruvian, same deal. You notice that Levo kind of reacted in a start, and you're kind of like the next to react as well.
I would ready an arrow in my longbow and prepare to shoot when anyone's attacked by whatever mysterious thing is here.
Okay. Ready in action?
Yes.
Okay. Levo, you feel this thing kind of swing back in, kind of like flew by you and then came back in for another round. 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
You feel a sting, and make a Constitution save real quick.
All right. Ooh, nat 20.
So you feel something sting you, and as it stings you, it appears, and it's this black winged creature, small but with a wicked-looking scorpion tail. As it retracts from your body, you feel kind of like a burning sensation, but then your resilient metabolism quickly processes the poison. Clearly your constitution is stronger than these others who've succumbed, and it is your turn.
No,
All right.
the ready
actions go off. Yep. Cammy, you're the first one, so your sacred flame goes off, and it is a dexterity save, wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
It fails the save.
4 radiant damage.
All right, your multicolored rainbow light slams down on its head, and it shrieks in pain. Yeah! Turivian, you loose your arrow. Roll that attack roll.
Oh, oops, hold on. I skipped straight to damage. Attack roll.
So hasty of you.
17.
That hits.
11.
All right, do you want to tell us how you
Damage.
finish this thing off?
He's got the arrow ready, so can take his sweet time to line up a perfect eye shot on the profile.
And I think
looses an arrow straight into the head.
Nice. I think it carries
Flying.
it to the wall. Yeah, and pins it. And you are out of combat. What do you do?
So I guess we were treating the tiefling. Is he come around at all?
You began to treat her, and then you were attacked, but I think you were able to quickly resolve
so
that.
I would go back to checking on her.
Cool. So doing a similar fashion, you take a couple of those flowers and deliver them to Irony, and slowly you see the effects of the poison start to dissipate. But it seems like they're still in a pretty weakened state.
So I have like 10 points of lay on hands healing I could jam into these fools. I want to give each one like 2 points.
Cool. Does Levo have some kind of ritual, or do you want to kind of describe how she goes about this?
So Levo kneels next to, what was the guy's name? I forget.
Professor Matrius?
Matrius. She kneels down next to Matrius and puts her hand on his shoulder, and you can see just like a kind of glowy green, yellowish aura around it, and he just gets 2 points of health. She's very non-ceremonial.
Well, I'm just kind of curious because like Cammy has a relationship with the Raven Queen and calls for her blessing. So I'm just kind of curious, like with Levo, like the source of her power, like who does she ask or pray to? Like what's her mindset when she like does this, I guess? Because I feel like it's rare for a lizard folk to have this kind of ability.
Yeah.
So since we're running at this adventure, I just kind of want to learn a little bit about this character. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, so Samoria is their like god. It's just a god of survival. So certain lizard folk are kind of born with maybe an innate, a little bit connection to this god. And when they are acting in like the best interest of the survival of their clan, the god will grant them power. So I don't think they really understand like why or how. They just know that like when I try to do something, sometimes
If the gods will it.
Yeah, it's not a sophisticated religion.
No, that's cool.
So
I just kind of wanted to explore that a little bit. So you touch his shoulder, and you see some color restored to his face. Do you do the same for?
Yep, 2 points each. Just enough for them to like talk and shit. I don't want to waste all my. I don't know what else we got to do. I need some of this healing myself.
Yes, the professor and Irony awaken and come to. Oh, heavens! Oh, you've returned! Oh, thank goodness! Oh, as soon as I stepped through that portal, that imp figurine transformed into a real imp, and it attacked me, and it attacked Irony. Oh, it was terrible. Thank you for saving us.
It was Levo's fast-acting medicine that saved you. But really, we were under attack, so don't think us too much. Glad you're okay.
Oh, heavens, I'm so sorry to have brought such danger, but thank goodness for your quick thinking. Pray tell, you found the passphrase to return. What was it?
The passphrase was, what was it, Cammy?
Liberty.
Yes.
Liberty. Fancy that. Well, I am very much in your gratitude. Now I can return there and resume my studies. Did you happen to find anything else out while you were in there? Anything interesting of note?
I was bitten by a chair, so I would take caution when you go in.
Heavens!
It seems to be a dangerous place.
Certainly so.
A lot of the stuff that doesn't seem like it is alive is actually alive.
Well, that experience rings true for me as well. I had no suspicion that it would turn into a real monster. Well, certainly you have my debt and gratitude, and I'm going to reward you and make sure that the Candlekeep is aware of your contributions that go above and beyond. But I have a class to teach. I must go. But we will speak again very, very, very soon. Come, Irony, let us go. And with that, the professor and Irony, she escorts him out to the convention that he's going to be, or course that he's going to be teaching. And that's going to conclude the adventure proper, but that doesn't mean that we can't wind down a little bit. If you guys want to, from here, I can go back to the hot springs. We can kind of set up a scene to kind of close out some stuff. It's whatever you guys want to do before we wrap the session.
I do have to go pretty soon, but whatever works.
Yeah, I mean, this is like pretty much it. But I didn't know if you guys wanted to like end the chapter. Kind of found some stuff. You're in this room. You could, you can go back into the mansion. There's still like stuff to explore. There's, but for all intents and purposes, you have solved the puzzle.
We don't know what kind of ring you got, Mark. You want to ask somebody?
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, let's...
Well, the professor left, but yeah, I guess go find the scholars or something.
I would like to go to the hot springs and re-moisten my eyes and ear holes.
All right, you guys go back to the hot springs. You counter your old friend Bongo. Oh, hey, guys, what's going on? Nah, Bongo, we got stuff to do. You can summon any of the Avowed as runners to... help you. You're a welcomed guest here. So you send off the ring for inspection. You can also, you kind of know that your weapon is special, Levo. But with this ring, it's returned to you with just kind of like a little brief description, like very itemized and scientific. One magical ring of Mage Hand. Essentially, if you wear this ring, you will have the ability to cast the cantrip Mage Hand up to 4 times a day. That's its charge. It has 4 charges, and it gives you the ability to do that.
Sweet. I'll slide that puppy on.
Yeah. And actually, I'm going to make that the... I don't know if you guys will ever play these characters again, but I'll make it like the advanced Mage Hand that you get as like the Arcane Trickster, where it gets like a little extra oomph. Just for fun. Why not? So apparently those crawling hands, if they absorb enough magical energy, they turn into crawling monsters that attack you, which I thought was kind of creepy but cool.
Yes, both of those.
Yeah, but you guys are chilling in the hot springs, relaxing. Bongo and Rolf are there, relaxing with you. Do you guys do anything or just kind of relax and wind down from this adventure and wait for the next one? Oh, hey guys, glad to see you back in one piece. Seems like you had quite the adventure. What do you think you're going to get up to next?
Yes, Bongo, we are in one piece as usual, which is nice. When are you leaving this village, this fancy village?
Well, I'm probably going to be taking off here at first light tomorrow. Got more deliveries to run, but if you guys don't have anything to do, would welcome the company if you guys want to tag along. Seems like there's always an adventure afoot.
I think I would enjoy that.
Well, I'd welcome the company. I know Rolf would too. Camry, Teruvian, what about you guys? You along for the ride?
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. This place doesn't really have anything for me anymore, so let's keep it going, I guess.
All right, we'll pack up the Curiosity carriage and we'll take off. And maybe we'll see Cammy in the full spectrum again in another adventure, but that's it for today's session and the first adventure in Candlekeep Mysteries, the Joy of Extradimensional Spaces. Took a little longer than expected, but we hope you enjoyed this romp through Festandia's mansion. Stay tuned for next week's episode where we do our review of this adventure and get prepped for the next one, titled Mathsfrost's Mighty Digressions. Eric's running this next one, and it's going to be a doozy. We are jumping in the Gilded Age in the 1890s for a very exciting adventure. Speaking of which, we'd love to hear what you're doing in your Candlekeep games. How are you hooking the party, and how are you tweaking the scene, the setting, or just overall enjoying this new book of adventures? Let us know in the comments sections or shoot us a note at +1togaming@gmail.com. If you're enjoying the show, please give it a like, 5 stars, or a review if you haven't already. It would go a long way to support the show. And subscribe to the podcast at +1togaming.com to get all the latest episodes and never spam. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll catch you next time.